We have the pleasure of having this webinar with you today. This will be our first of a series webinar where we will be presenting to you the new software suite components in order to allow you to know what this suite does exactly for your customers, its benefits, and to give you a first glance at the new software suite features. So we are starting today with Alwan ColorHub, and in this presentation, Jerome is with me. I will be doing the introduction and the transition between the demos, and Jerome will be doing the demos for you. Okay. So the agenda is the following. Following the introduction, I will share with you some of the color management issues that print providers face today and how the new Alwan ColorHub addresses these issues. Of course, we are going to be focused on some of these issues. ColorHub is able to do a lot for you and for your customers. So we will have a quick overview on these additional benefits and have a demo by Jerome on the three main features that we would like to show you today. So a quick introduction and flashback, and why are we here speaking about matching colors on printing processes? Just to share with you the fact that historically the printing industry has been an industry that was developed with technology that were invented in order to address various needs in various parts of the world. So as you can see, offset, flexo, screen, gravure were born in different countries. Germany, England, Italy, China, and they were actually invented to address different needs. Writing on paper, printing on metallics, printing on cardboard were needs that were different, and because of that, the solutions, the technology, and then the standards to address these needs were different. Today, we live in another world. We live in a world where most technologies, if not all, contribute to a final product. You know, newspapers with gravure supplements, you know, offset printing with digital printing insert variable data, you know, packaging products having all kinds of transparent film, metallic capsules, embossing effects, and multiple processes contributing to produce one product, one final product, which needs to have one color, regardless of the printing process. And the current ISO 12647 standards are not able to address this need because they were created, they were written to address different needs. So today we have different technologies, digital as well as analog, printing with different kind of processes. You have CMYK, which is the traditional process, but you have also CMYK plus spot, Zycon digital printing. It can be an offset printing. Spot colors only for packaging. Kellogg's box, there is no image, no Canton colors, only spot. And high fidelity printing, which is a process for which we see a lot of future for two reasons. One is printing on wide gamuts. Second is simulating spot colors, which some call spotless printing. So print technologies today allow us to do all this. Print technologies today have the ability to put colorant on substrate, simple case ink on paper, but this ink and this paper can be very different between processes, can be very different even for a print job. So how can we address this variabilities, these different processes standards? Well, this is by having a method, by having a standard, by having tools that allow our customers to match colors across printing processes. And if I want to be even more accurate, I would say across reproduction processes, because a monitor is not a printing process, it's a reproduction process. But today we have the ability to go into this direction, to get there with a minimum of hard work, with maximum of automation. And this is really what the new Alwan suite is about. The new Alwan suite is not just about doing good color management of whatever input color. It's not about having the right separation regardless of your printing process. It's not about how can I simulate a spot color on a print device. It's about actually conciliating all these needs into a solution that can help you, that can help your customers address their everyday needs. And these needs are more and more sophisticated. On the other side, the technical know-how, the technical expertise are less and less strong in printing plants, as you know. So how can we close the gap between increasing technical needs and decreasing technical skills? This is by providing intelligent software, by providing automation, and this is what most of you actually do. We are aware of that. So what we would like to do today is to show you how the new Alwan ColorHub addresses these three needs. There are additional ones. I'm sure that you will probably ask questions regarding other needs, but let us say that how can Alwan ColorHub distinguish the different file characteristics among all the files we receive in the printing plant? Every file is not to be treated like another file, even though they are going to be printed on the same process. Second issue is how can I optimize any input file to any output device? If I am getting RGB on the input, how can I optimize this RGB for CMYK or for even hi-fi printing? If I'm receiving spot color on the input, how can I optimize this data for a spot color printing or for spotless printing, hi-fi printing? All these questions are a question that our customers, that your customers have asked us in the past or in recent days, and these are the three main, I would say, needs that the demo today will be addressing. So in order to do these demonstrations and in order to present to you the various solutions that the new Alwan ColorHub brings to the printing industry, I would like to share with you the topics of the three demonstrations that Jerome will be doing for us. So the first topic, as we said, is about how can I reproduce accurately my customer colors. And the first condition to achieve that is to be able to assess and to identify what are the colors that my customer is expecting. And this is what Alwan ColorHub Color Preflight does. Color definition. What are the expected colors? Second demonstration is about optimizing the output file. How can I optimize a file for any printing condition? And this is what Alwan Dynamic DeviceLinks allow us to do. Most of you, of course, are familiar with this technology, which had made ColorHub superior color server than other color servers for many years. Well, this technology today is used also for multicolor, and dynamic device links are applied for RGB as well as for spots, as well as for hi-fi color management with very sophisticated technology which is able to address, if not all, most of the situations of converting sophisticated files with very complex content from various input color description and spaces to one output condition, of course. And last, spot color printing. As you know, this is a hot topic. This is what will take you. This is what will take us. This is actually what is taking us to the packaging industry. We have today OEMs that are interested by our technology because of our sophisticated spot color management. So spot color management is about color managing spots. How can I reproduce a spot on a press even if I don't, or on a digital printer, even if I don't have this specific spot? And second is, how can I manage the tone reproduction curve of the spot? Because as you know, solid is easy, but what about 50% of the spot? What is the color of the 50% of the spot? So all these sophistications are introduced in the software. Jerome will be showing them to you in order for you and for your customers to benefit from the new Alwan ColorHub technologies and services. So if I want to summarize the benefits into three categories, in terms of, this is the golden triangle, right? Quality, delay, and pricing. In terms of quality, we have the ability to have fantastic colors on the output. From RGB input, you will have wide gamut and hi-fi colors that today are not possible with other software. Second is the accuracy of the spot color reproduction achieved with Alwan ColorHub version 5 is unequaled. It is better than the previous version of ColorHub. So it is probably better than all other color servers because, as you know, CMYK optimizer has always been equal or better than other color server, and improving print quality, which applied to CMYK today applies for spot and even more for hi-fi, because when you have 5, 6, 7 color sequence printing, you really need to have a good color separation to have good quality print. So quality, delays, automation is the key to have short production cycles, and of course good separation is also a requirement to have less problems, if any, and faster printing. So today all Alwan software connect together, and specifically ColorHub connects with Print Standardizer, so any measurement done on the press translate into correction curves, and these correction curves can be applied automatically on ColorHub without having to have a 5, 6, 7 or 8 color rip. So you can actually transform a 4-color printing workflow into a hi-fi spot color printing workflow thanks to the combination of ColorHub and Print Standardizer. In terms of savings, we are all familiar with CMYK ink savings. Version 5 brings an additional increase in the savings with the new Alwan Color Engine, Multicolor engine. We have applied this technology to hi-fi and spot printing, which means that when you are printing with more than 4 colors, 5, 6, 7 color process, we are able to use the minimum amount of ink to produce a color. And you can even have maximum you can even maximize CMYK ink and minimize the additional colors for economy reason, since CMYK inks are cheaper than other inks. And last but not least, it will not be easy most of the time to convince printer, but you can give it a try, and many printers today are looking for ways to simulate spot colors without having hundreds, not to say thousands of spot color stock in their warehouse. GOS is releasing today the VPAC press. VPAC press is about spot color simulation, is about having 6 or 7 units simulating whatever spot you want. And this press, as well as experience by our partners working in the packaging printing company, have showed that if you are able to replace spot color by a process color, you are able, without counting the saving in ink, just the saving in machine time, so make ready maintenance time, this is 80,000 euro per year per press. So if you are able to find customers who accept to print with hi-fi 5, 6, 7 process colors to replace spots, maybe not for, and probably not for all products, but for some of their products, this translates into economy of 80,000 euro a year, plus inks that we are not able to count today because we don't have enough experience. And this is, of course, this is an ROI of 3 months. So quality, delays, cost cutting, the golden triangle, all these benefits are addressed by Alwan ColorHub. And now I would like Jerome to take the lead in this presentation and to show us the 3 main benefits that I have presented to you, which address customer needs. The first one being, how can I, as a print provider, reproduce and match all my customer files, given the fact that they are all different, with different content, different color spaces, and different separations.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to show you this on a simple example. First of all, I'm going to introduce you the dynamic device link technology embedded in Alwan ColorHub. I'm going to show you on a specific file that you might be familiar with. This file, as you probably know, this file it embeds a lot of different elements. As you know, Alwan ColorHub is capable to convert any input color space to any output color space. The first example will show you a very complicated file that embeds a lot of different elements, such as, like for instance, an output intent, which is Gantt workgroup generic CMYK. But this file embeds also RGB images. It also embeds ICC-based RGB element, also ICC-based CMYK element, which are different from the output intent. And thanks to the technology under the hood, named Dynamic Device Link Color Conversion, CMYK Alwan ColorHub will be able, on the fly, to make every device link to make sure that in the end you will have exactly what you intend to, according to any output color space. For the first example, I'm going to process this file to be color managed into CMYK to ISO coated V2 with a total area coverage of 300%. So, as you can see also on the original file, a lot of part of the PDF has a THC superior to 300%. But thanks to CMYK optimizer, you can see once it is optimized, the output intent is correctly the iso-coated V2. But not only that, but everything has been color managed correctly to make sure that the output color separation is only CMYK. As you were able to see on the input file, there were RGB, TAGE ICC, RGB, TAGE ICC, CMYK elements. But now, if I select device CMYK, I can see that my file has only device CMYK according to iso-coated V2 separation. So now if I select RGB, there is no more RGB anymore on the file. And also, not only that, but also every element is now reduced to 300%. Sorry. So this answers the first question that you were.
Yeah. Can you show us just for those who don't have the beta version, the gray and the RGB separation? Because gray separation is great. It can be used for low-cost digital printing, and this was a feature that was lacking in CMYK Optimizer. We needed to use ICC profile processor, so now it's embedded and it's very well done, as well as RGB color conversion, which will allow you to make an RGB version of any input file. So this is very practical for digital publishing when you want an RGB, sRGB equivalent of a PDF, or if you want just color manage an image database and put it, for example, in Adobe RGB for digital asset management. Today, Alwan ColorHub is able to address these needs, and Jerome will show us how to do it.
Yes, of course, it is now possible. Now, Alwan ColorHub is not only CMYK optimizer. Now, Alwan ColorHub is capable to convert, as I told you before, any input color space to any output color space, such as black and white, as gray, as you know. You can also convert into RGB, like Elie said, for a photo bank using Adobe Profile or in media with sRGB. So everything is now possible, but also Hi-Fi separation is now possible thanks to ColorHub version 5. So if I take a look at the same file converted now, not only CMYK, but in black and white for low-cost printing, you can see on this example that there is no more CMY. You can see that it is only black only. But also, if you want to convert it into RGB, for example, for photobank or whatever solution you want to provide to your customer, you have the possibility also to convert into the same file into RGB only. And if you take a look in here, if we select RGB only, you can see that there is only RGB on the output file. So in the end, now Alwan ColorHub is capable to separate into any output color space. But the new functionality inside the Alwan ColorHub version 5 is that now you have the possibility not only to separate into CMYK, gray and RGB, but now you have the possibility, thanks to the version 5, to separate your file into also Hi-Fi and also maintaining your spot and do whatever you want. Once again, any input color space will be transformed into any output color space. So, for instance, I have another example for you. I'm sure you know this this picture. I don't know this picture. So, thanks to ColorHub, you are now capable to separate your file into Hi-Fi plus spot, as you can see here. And thanks also to the Alwan ColorHub technology, now it's not only Hi-Fi, but you can have 6 or 7, even 8 color if you want. And you can separate it and use your multicolor profile inside Alwan ColorHub. So if I take a look at this, you can see now that the RGB image, I don't know if you know this picture, it's very well known in the printing area. This is a Roman test form that
test images, yeah.
Test images. So this images is originally ECI RGB separated image. So now, thanks to Alwan ColorHub version 5, you have the possibility to convert this image not only in CMYK but in hi-fi. As you can see here, there is cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and orange, and also a green separation. And you can see that Alwan ColorHub is now able to separate into hi-fi. But beyond this separation, Alwan ColorHub version 5 is capable, thanks to the new technology, to save also ink on hi-fi profile using the option named minimum total area coverage that will calculate, for having exactly the same color, the minimum amount of total area coverage. And in that case, if we take a look at the same image converted in here with the output table from the profile that could be made by, for instance, I1 profiler that will use a lot of ink to reproduce the color. For example, if you take all the layer made from the I1 profiler profile, you can see that to make, for example, the color scheme, the cyan, magenta, yellow, black, also even the orange, and also you can see there is 6 color to make the skin tone using the output tables from the I1 profiler device. But if you take a look to have exactly the same color with Alwan ColorHub, you can see that now if you take a look only at layer by layer, you can see that everything has been reduced, but it has kept only the minimum amount of tag to reproduce the exact same color. As you can see, there is no more cyan and no more green for the skin tone, so only the magenta, black, and orange is used for the skin tone. And also, if you take a look at the green layer, the green is only used to reproduce what is green inside the image, such as the tail of the paper in it. So in that specific example, we have saved about 25% of ink just by reseparating the output table from the I1 profiler profile. So as I told you, Alwan ColorHub version 5 is not only capable to use a multicolor profile, but it's capable to magnify them to use the minimum amount of total area coverage to reproduce the exact same color on the output device.
This is great news, Jerome. This means that we have here a technology which we used for CMYK, for ink saving, here applied to hi-fi and multicolor separation, right?
Yes. What we called before the dynamic maximum black used for CMYK is also now available for hi-fi profile.
Yeah. And the other advantage I can see for this technology is that by having a minimum number of primary inks contributing to formulate a color, you will have less registration problems, especially when you are in hi-fi with 6 color printing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of flexo printers are interested today by 6 color printing, so this will be less problems on the press as well.
Yes, but not only in flexo. I can see that also on offset printing, because if you print a skin tone using 6 different color, could be very painful to reproduce the color, and for also, as you said, for registration. But I can see that also for digital printer using hexachromic profile. Inks are very expensive, so if you can save 20% or even 25% of ink, could be really interesting for the printer.
Yeah, you are right. And we have had a case, actually, it's in our research department now, working on it with a tile manufacturer, where the price of ink are not the same. So by having a specific color separation, you can minimize the usage of some of the ink. So getting to the same color, or as close as possible to the intended colors, using the minimum ink, and sometimes favoring some ink usage, can be a good plan for either industrial reasons or cost cutting reasons. This is a great demonstration. Thank you, Jerome. So we have seen here how we ColorHub assesses files before applying the color management, which of course CMYK optimizer used to do, and which ColorHub continues to do. This is differentiating technology, and we have worked on making this technology apply on spot and multicolor, which, as you can understand, is not very obvious. Second, Jerome showed us how the file can be optimized for usage. RGB database, black and white printing, CMYK printing, and hi-fi printing. And now I would like Jerome to conclude his brilliant demonstration, show us how ColorHub can manage spot colors, because as you know, in the packaging areas, spots are very important because they are related to brand colors and brand identity. And here you can see that you can help your customers color manage spots that are individual and keep actually some spot colors, maybe one, the brand color or the product color identity, and manage it in terms of TVI only or tone reproduction only, to have accurate tints as well, not only accurate solids. So Jerome, can we see this new spot color reproduction capabilities of Alwan ColorHub, please?
Yes, it is completely possible. Yeah, it is possible. Okay, so I'm going to show you this on a specific example, like a file made for packaging. This functionality will be indeed very useful for packaging printers, because they receive a lot of files from different clients. And but beyond also multicolor processing, Alwan ColorHub version 5 is capable to smartly convert some spot color, but also you have the possibility to manage spot color to be maintained as a spot color, a specific spot color. Like, for instance, on this example, the original file contains a lot of different spot color, like the dark brown that made the monkey color, as you can see. Also, if you uncheck every process color, you can see that the image contain a lot of spot color that made the image. Like, if you take a look on the separation, you have the spot color named dark brown. You have also a spot color named lime yellow that made a lot of yellow inside the PDF. You have also a dark red, but and finally you have a Pantone 300C. But imagine your client doesn't have 7 or 8 units to print this package, and you want to convert, for instance, your dark brown and all the color which are not Pantone. So in that case, Alwan ColorHub is also capable, thanks to the new version, to convert only needed Pantone to whatever you want. It could be hi-fi, it could be CMYK. In this example, I want to maintain only the Pantone Pantone 300. I want to preserve it, but I want to convert all of the other Pantone that I don't have in my printing area. For instance, a dark brown could be easily reproducible by CMYK process ink, also the dark red and also the yellow. So now I want to convert my file, which is CMYK plus 4 color by CMYK plus 1 color, because my client have only a Pantone 300, but his process is capable to reproduce the other color. This is now completely possible thanks to ColorHub version 5. Now I have the possibility to convert my specific spot color, like for instance in this example the dark brown, dark red and lime yellow. I can make how many colors I want if I want to preserve or to convert them. I just need to enter them inside the interface, and then once optimized, I can see now that there is no more dark brown, dark red and lime yellow, as you can see. Now if I uncheck, as you can see on the right, the optimized file, you can see on the left the original file, and on the right the optimized file. And you can see if I uncheck the process color, I can tell you that everything has been converted. Everything that has been requested by Alwan ColorHub to be converted has been converted, like the monkey dark brown, the yellow that could be easily reproducible by my process yellow, and the red in here has been completely converted into process color. However, I asked Alwan ColorHub to maintain my Pantone 300 coated inside the elephant. You can see it has been, as you can see, preserved. But the possibility are not just converting or maintaining. ColorHub has also the possibility to apply a tonal reproduction curve on spot color. So if you want, you have the possibility to import a file from Print Standardizer. You are going to see that later, and you can apply a tonal reproduction curve on your specific Pantone in here. I asked ColorHub to maintain this spot, but to apply a tonal reproduction curve to reduce my spot color to 5% at the 50, and we will see that here that it has been correctly converted. If you take a look at this specific point, you can see that the Pantone 300C is 50% here, and on the output device, my 50% has been converted into 45%, as you can see in here. So to conclude that, Alwan ColorHub version 5 is capable to convert any input color space into any output color space. But not only that, not only using hi-fi technology, it is capable to do whatever you want for any printers. Could be digital printers, could be low-cost printers by transforming into a black and white file, but it could be also a complicated element and complicated file and complicated process, such as packaging that requires high quality software, like this example, maintaining a spot color but converting some spot color into process color, but could be also hi-fi, RGB, whatever you want. It is completely possible.
Excellent. Thank you, Jerome. This was actually this was very interesting because I noticed here that spot color management is not just about converting spot. It's not just about dedicating a device color build to the spot. It's not about maintaining or applying a tone response curve to a spot. It's about all this. Thank you, Jerome. I hope that everybody was able to hear because Malcolm's saying sound has gone. Back. Okay, sorry about that. Jerome, thank you very much. It's true that we are all here involved in building these software, but it's always good to see how not only how these software should work, but how they can serve our industry, because this is what our business is about. Is about serving the printing industry, and today we serve printers by showing them the way, and the way is not focus on 12647 and forget everything else. It's not about focusing on G7 and forget about everything else. It's about comprehending the entire workflow and addressing the entire print production workflow issues and variables. This is what the new Alwan Color suite that we have called the McDowell suite does for you, does for your customers, solve all the issues, address all the needs in the print workflow, from color definition with our color pre-fighting to color management with all the color management capabilities and technologies that you have seen, and for some of which are really unique today. Color reproduction by having a predictable and stable press, which we will see with in the next webinar. And at the end, giving printers, print providers, but also print buyers the ability to verify locally but also remotely how printing is done and if the prints match ISO or print buyer standards. So ColorHub, Print Standardizer, and Print Verifier are suite that work in concert in order to enable our customers, in order to enable your customers to really have control on their print production. Adeline, thank you for the preparation. Jerome, thank you for the presentation. Thank you all for your time and your attention. And we are open now to answer your questions. So Adeline is taking over, so to enable us to hear you. Can we hear them?
No, just typing.
Okay, so if you have a question, please type it. Okay, so we have one question, and this question is about the GCR in the multicolor separation. The question is, can Alwan ColorHub do GCR and ink savings when doing multicolor separation? As we said before, we have the technology which allows you to do a color separation to an output 5, 6, 7 color process. Now, if this output process contains CMYK, Alwan ColorHub recognizes the CMYK part of the printing process and does with maximum CMYK option that you saw in the hi-fi output option. Maximizing CMYK is maximizing GCR actually embedded, and when you choose minimum tag, it's maximum dynamic black. So the GCR separation, the quality of the GCR separation, and the ink savings, the economy introduced by Alwan ink savings applies to an output hi-fi process, provided it contains a CMYK component. Yes. Another question we have is, do we need to have an color profile, or is ColorHub capable of computing one? So thank you for reminding us of what we have to do here. This was Carson, right? Yeah. So yes, another good news I have for you is that Alwan has today profiling technology. It is very good. It's not better. It's equal to what I1 Profiler does in terms of CMYK and hi-fi profiles. It is more powerful in the sense that we are able to profile processes that do not contain CMYK inks, which is not the case of I1 Profiler today. So yes, we have profiling capabilities. These profiling capabilities will be available to our channel soon. So this is the, I would say, the companion of ColorHub, which you will have. We need now to get ColorHub in release candidate mode, which will hopefully be the case thanks to your feedback and beta testing by the end of the month. And I hope that in September you will be able to have Alwan profiling tool as a companion to ColorHub. It will not be a commercial product. It will be more like a solution service product, and you will be able to create ICC profiles for any output color reproduction device, provided you use this profile with ColorHub. The profiles we will generate will be optimized to be used with ColorHub and, of course, Print Standardizer for process maintenance and calibration. They will not be optimized to be used as a separation profile with Photoshop, if you see what I mean. So yes, good question, and we hope that you will have this utility by September. Another question we have is added to the maximum CMYK for hi-fi will be able to limit the channels used. Yes. Okay, another good question. This is why we like you guys. Always reminding us of what we should do. This is in the pipeline. The technology is almost there. We did not want to include it because we wanted to have this beta out. This beta out is about all functional things should work, and sophistications will come quickly because we have lots of things actually for ColorHub ready in the pipeline, including very sophisticated RGB to hi-fi separation, including sophisticated spot color selection on the output for two reasons. Malcolm mentioned one reason: minimize number of spots. You are right. Second reason is minimize cost, because some spot colors may be more expensive, or some inks may be more expensive than others, so you may want to favor one ink over the others, or some inks over others. So these are very good questions. We have they are in the pipeline. Developments have progressed a lot, but as you can understand, we want the first functional version of ACH to be out. ACH is ColorHub, and then you will see new sexy features which will differentiate, will increasingly differentiate ColorHub from other color server that are available today on the market, with all due respect, including ESCO Equinox and ColorLogic servers, which are the two I am aware of that are able to do multicolor separation. Another question we have is, can we now import the TRC curves to APSX from ACO to synchronize them? So as you saw in the additional benefits, we need automation, and automated synchronization with Alwan Print Standardizer is available again. Hallelujah! Not only is it available, but it's completely automated with a hot folder. Print Standardizer updates the curves, and ColorHub updates the curves and applies the last updated curves to your color transformation on the output, actually, of your color transformation. So the answer is yes. Today, all Alwan software connect together. ACH ColorHub connects to APS Print Standardizer. APS connects with APV Print Verifier. So you have the entire suite connecting together with increasing shared services and shared remote reporting, which I hope will be the good news of September, October season before Graph Expo. Another question, can we convert multicolor profile to only CMYK? If yes, with what delta E tolerance? So functionally, yes, you can convert any color space into any color space out, including CMYK. Regarding delta E, I like the question because Jan also asked us for delta E indicator when we convert any spot color input to process color on the output. So we have talked about it actually, and we have a plan to give you the ability to calculate, to compare input-output files and to calculate specific delta E's or global average maximum delta E's. So this is in the plan. Thank you.